There you have it. The Sherando Warriors with a 41-0 victory over Amherst County on this Thursday night. Jaylen Tasco-Murray highlighted the offense with 3 rushing touchdowns in this game, and Jacob Henry, the Warriors quarterback, with 1 big rushing touchdown in the game as well. Amherst fumbled the ball numerous times, which the Warriors defense were able to capitalize on in this football game to set the team up in scoring position numerous times. Coming up next, interviews with Jacob Henry, Jaylen Tasco-Murray, and the head coach of the Sherando Warriors, TJ Rohrbaugh. Jacob Henry, the starting quarterback, the 41-0 Sherando Warriors victory over Amherst County. You bolted off a huge run there. How'd that one feel just to start?
That felt good. I feel like I surprised myself a little bit. I didn't know I had that in me, but it definitely felt good. I've been waiting for this for a long time.
It seemed like the offensive production was clicking. Left and right. Jaylen had 3 touchdowns. You rushed him for a touchdown. What was working so well collectively?
The O-line did all the dirty work for us tonight, and that just built all the success for us for all the skill guys to make plays like that. The O-line did all of it.
And how huge is it that the O-line stepped up so big to create those gaps, those holes, and make such explosive plays for the offense and you and Jaylen?
It's very huge because the majority of those guys on the O-line are playing both sides, and they're dying out there. They're cramping up. They're going through a lot of work, and for them to come back and play offense and make all those good gaps for us, that's awesome. We needed that.
What's the mindset when Amherst coughs up the football and the defense is honing in on those balls and picking up those fumble recoveries, getting back out there, some shorter possessions for Amherst turning into more successful possessions for you? What's that mindset? Are you locked and loaded, ready to go? Because I know maybe not a lot of rest time in between.
Yeah, we were just trying to make the most of their turnovers, and basically, the defense came and they were ready to hunt today. Coach Rohrbaugh was telling us either we're going to get hunt or we're going to go hunt. And our defense hunt, and they set us up for perfect offensive drives.
And Coach Rohrbaugh mentioned tomorrow going into film, and this game will be behind the team looking at the next one. But celebrating this win for the time that you have, I know he mentioned some things to work on, but how huge is it you have such a great coaching staff in place to correct any of the issues you might have had in this game come next week?
Yes, sir. No, we got a bright future ahead of us. We got 9 more games and hopefully some more after that. But having Coach Rohrbaugh, having this coaching staff that he makes for us, it helps us completely. The coaches put a lot of work in behind closed doors, and they were ready for this game just as much as we were.
Jacob Henry, there you have it, 41-0 Sherando with the victory over Amherst County. Really appreciate the time, bud.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Jaylen Tasco-Murray joining me, the running back, 41-0, the Warriors with the win over Amherst County, bolting off 3 touchdowns. Jacob mentioned the O-line making those big holes. Is it that you see the O-line and how big those holes are and you're taking advantage of it, making those explosive plays? What did you see in those 3 touchdowns?
Man, I just see when I get the ball, I see my blockers. I always follow my blockers, and then the hole just opens up by itself, and then I just trust my blockers, follow them right behind them, and, yeah, they get me to where I need to be.
And how huge is it you can depend on an offensive line to do that for you now? I know it's early. You had 2 scrimmages, but an actual game where everything counts, how huge is that so early on?
It's pretty big, I would say. All the practice leading up to that, the working on every play and seeing everything, and then it all just comes together after a lot of practicing, and then it's never going to be perfect, but it can be close, I would say.
And just the offense in general, Jacob rushed a pretty big touchdown. It seemed like collectively you were all on the same page. How huge is that bond together with the whole offense in a sense?
Man, our team, we hang out outside of football practice. We're all close together. We all know each other, all talk to each other. So it's like, I would say it's like a team chemistry thing, most likely, yeah. We're like, we're just connected. It's like all that practicing, and you just build chemistry, I would say.
And moving forward, I know that Coach said tomorrow in film this game will be behind you all, but working on the mistakes that Coach said, how huge is it that coaching staff you have in place cares about this team and will work hard to make sure those mistakes are corrected come next week?
It's great, man. I love my coaches. They always push us in practice. Coaches know what to call, and, yeah, they push us to be, even in practice when we're messing up, they push us, and we get it right, I would say, yeah.
Jaylen, really appreciate the time. Congratulations on the win, and thanks so much.
Of course, thank you.
Arrowhead Stadium, post-game as the Sherando Warriors defeat Amherst 41-0. Coach, a Thursday game, it seemed like everything went right for this team. How huge is it getting a statement win against a tough team this early in the season?
Well, you know, our approach to everything is we're going to enjoy it tonight, but we're going to get to film tomorrow morning. We're going to fix all the mistakes, and we're going to put this behind us, man. Whether you win or lose, I always preach to our guys, you put what happened out here on, well, I guess it's Thursday night. I usually say Friday night. We're going to put what happened out here tonight behind us, you know, when we get there and start watching film tomorrow. You know, I'm happy for our kids. They deserve that feeling. They put in a lot of hard work, but, you know, this is in the rearview mirror Friday morning.
The defense, you're a defensive-minded coach. Not necessarily to say your team forced the turnovers, but Amherst putting the ball on the ground in your defense, knowing where the ball is to pick it up. How huge was that aspect of the game in general and just the rest of the defense?
Well, I mean, turnovers are a big part of the game. I think we had 0 turnovers on offense, and we created a lot of turnovers on defense. And, you know, anytime you can win the turnover battle, you give yourself an opportunity to win, and we were able to do that tonight.
Offensively, running back scoring 3 touchdowns. His name is escaping me, but in Jacob Henry, 2 rushing for that long touchdown as well. Some explosive plays offensively. What stood out to you?
You know, we were just, you know, we were executing out there on offense. We really lacked that in our 2 scrimmages. You know, we left a lot of things on the table in our scrimmage. I didn't think we were clicking quite like the way we should on offense, but you know, we were able to put some things together out there tonight, and we took a step in the right direction, but we got to keep getting better on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, that was Jaylen Tasco-Murray, by the way, but just seeing what the offense had to offer, and there's more to improve on from that. How do you look at that and just fine-tune it come next week with the coaching staff you have? I know you'll put a system in place to get that job done.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just trying to accentuate the strengths of the guys that we have on this team. So that's what we do every week. We're going to put a game plan together that we think gives us the best opportunity to win. And, you know, we got a tough game next week, man. I know Loudoun County is a good football team. So, you know, we'll try and put something together, and hopefully our guys can go out and execute. Yeah,
and just a shutout. I know it feels good to do that, but you said getting back to work tomorrow, putting this game behind you. But enjoying the win tonight, it seemed like a lot of energy from your team, especially when the defense forced those turnovers. How huge is it that your team showed that much energy tonight?
I mean, it's huge. You know, we preach to our guys all the time, effort. Effort's the great equalizer. You know, they had a little bit of a size advantage and a little bit of a speed advantage on us, but, you know, we tell our guys all the time, you negate those things by all-out effort every play. We practice all-out effort every play throughout the week, and, you know, I was proud to see our guys come out here and play with a lot of effort.
Week 1, the Sherando Warriors 1-0 after a 41-0 victory over Amherst County. Pleased to be joined by TJ Rohrbaugh postgame. Really appreciate the time, Coach.
Thank you, Josh. Best in the business, man. I appreciate you coming out.